guys, and welcome back to my channel for another video. I hope you guys are all doing great. Today's video is actually one I am really excited about because I have not done an actual collaboration in quite some time. I love collaborating with other homeschool mamas. I love just the sense of community it brings, and I've actually been able to establish some just beautiful relationships and friendships from doing collaborations. So with that being said, today's collaboration is actually hosted by Kayla from Ode To Abode. I'll have her channel linked down below. She wanted to put together this playlist to share with other mamas and give other mamas the opportunity to also share what they will be doing for the 22-23 school year. So be sure to check out the playlist down below as well that I'll have linked for you to check out. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you some of my kindergarten curriculum picks. However, just as a disclaimer, I wanted to mention that there will be a couple of things that I will not be referring to in an absolute tone, if that makes sense, because there are a couple of things I am still up in the air at, and depending where my kindergartner skill level is, will kind of determine whether or not we actually do go ahead and purchase said things. But I will share what those things are as we get into today's video. So one of the absolutes that we are doing, without a shadow of a doubt, is we are going to be doing CLE's Learning to Read curriculum. So the Learning to Read from CLE is what we will, as I said before, be doing for sure. It has not come in yet, so I'm going to show you this way, but when it does come in, I can do a full flip through on it. It is a very gentle approach to beginning reading. This is a little bit more advanced, obviously, than the Kindergarten 2, which I did a flip through on earlier as well, but you're going to go into more detail on the letter sounds, some more handwriting practice. It's a great start. Again, more letter practice, and they go over some of this in the Kindergarten 2, so some of this might be a little bit repetitive. However, you do jump into the actual spelling and more advanced concepts on the Learning to Read. So I'm going to have her do this first before jumping into an actual first grade curriculum because she's not quite there yet. So this will be a great tie-in going from Kindergarten 2 to the actual grade 1 level. So this is for sure what we'll be doing this year for our reading. So another reason why I wanted to get CLE's Learning to Read is we are actually finishing up the Kindergarten 2 level already. I was not anticipating, you want to get down? I was actually not anticipating finishing this curriculum as quickly as we have been. We actually only have 2 more light units left to do, and then she is done. And then I do however have more of the activity books, like the actual, not the actual curriculum part, but just the fun activity books that will keep her busy and entertained in the summer, so to speak, because she loves doing the activity books. I do recommend that if you do pick up the Kindergarten 1 and 2, the activity books are a ton of fun if your kiddos are into doing like the hands-on crafty things and more of like the fun stuff when it comes to like learning letters and things. And honestly, as I mentioned before, she did finish this so much quicker, or is finishing this so much quicker than anticipated, that I was kind of hoping to save a couple of these and do them in the fall. However, because she's flying through them, that's why we're going ahead and doing the Learning to Read. I feel like I'm being very repetitive, but yeah, that's why. Another thing I wanted to mention as well is I actually have 4 of these. These are also from CLE, and these books are fantastic for if you've already done Kindergarten 1, you've already done Kindergarten 2, but you're not quite ready for the Learning to Read or first grade level. Like my little gal will still be waiting till the fall before starting that, like I said. These books are great for still honing in on those skills, for practicing more beginning reading. And again, they are all inclusive, so you'll be learning your basic math concepts and everything like that. So just a great additional set of workbooks to have on hand to, again, advance and sharpen those already built on skills. So then when we do hit Learning to Read and things like that, she'll be ready for that. Another few reading things that we will be continuing doing in the fall, and this is something again that we've already started, and that is alphaphonics. I have shared this in a previous video. I'll have that linked up above here if you want to get a full review on it. But I love the concept of this, and I shared that in my last video, and I always apologize for every time I show you guys. I'm like, sorry for the coloring in it, but it's true. So anyway, yes, we are going to be doing this. One of the reasons why I love alphaphonics is because you're learning 5 different skills with every lesson. So you're not only learning the letter sounds and being introduced to the letter sounds, you're learning the letter blends, but then they also have you as a student write out the letter blends. So you're actually practicing handwriting, writing them out, and visually seeing how it goes on paper. Then you have to orally tell your parent or your teacher how it is spelled out, so you're then orally kind of giving that back and everything like that. And then you're also, like I said, doing handwriting, and they also want the student to practice cursive writing as well. So again, you're learning a lot of different skills by just doing one lesson. Another great one that we are doing this fall is the Victory Drill book. And this is a great program as well if your student needs help going from that kindergarten level to the first grade reading level. This introduces all of your basic sounds, has some handwriting in it, and just an overall really good beginning phonics curriculum. And then of course, they'll introduce you to all the letter blends and letter sounds and all of your vowels and things like that. So a great course, and we'll be finishing that probably in the summer. So by the fall, like I said, we'll be ready to do the Learning to Read series. For handwriting for my kindergartner for this upcoming school year, I did actually get these thrifted, hence why I have them, but I did get the Abeka kindergarten writing tablet. This is just the manuscript writing tablet, and then I also picked up the numbers writing tablet, the kindergarten level. Again, just a lot of really good practice. Handwriting is something that I know before we hit that first grade level that my kindergartner does need a lot of help on, so I definitely picked up some writing tablets. However, if you do not want an actual formal writing curriculum, I'm going to share with you one of my favorite things that we do in our homeschool that does not require any curriculum. It's just using this lined paper here. Speaking of which, if you know of any like higher quality actual manuscript lined paper, let me know down below because I'm looking for something. I don't know if you can tell, but this is like very thin and transparent. And so when the kiddos sharpen their pencils, as they love doing, sometimes they can make holes in the paper and then they get frustrated. So I'm trying to find some like thicker, actual higher quality lined paper. So if you know of any, please let me know. I'd love to purchase it. Anyway, one of our favorite ways that we do handwriting in our homeschool is we have the kiddos pick out their favorite storybook or chapter book or picture book. Mommy will normally read, if it is above their grade level, I will read a chapter out of that book, and then they will pick what section they wanted to copy. Right now, my little ones, of course, love animals, so this morning we read the book Nature's Notes, and then they picked a page or a little insect snippet. I believe this morning it was on dragonflies that they wanted to copy. And it's only like 2 or 3 fun facts about dragonflies, but again, they get to write that on paper. They get to see the words going from book to paper to them actually writing it, so great handwriting practice. And as I mentioned before, there are so many books to choose from that the kiddos can write what they are passionate about and interested about, which then actually makes them excited about handwriting. So that is always a win when the kiddos are actually looking forward to doing something, especially as monotonous as handwriting, because a lot of the copybooks, especially the ones I just showed you, can be very boring. You're just kind of tracing and doing the same thing over and over again. But when you pick out a storybook or a chapter book, you read it, and then plus you get to copy it here. So it makes it fun and new and exciting for them. So yes, just plain manuscript paper is one of my favorite things in our homeschool. So as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, one of the things that I'm not going to talk about in an absolute term, and that is kindergarten math. I am still very undecided about that. I think right now, currently in this moment, my mindset is to actually not do a formal curriculum for kindergarten this year. I know with my first grader, he loves the CLE math. He's doing fantastic in it. He loves it. However, I feel like from all the kindergarten math, kind of looking into research things that are done right now, apart from, learning the numbers 1 through 100, all of the shapes, which is already kind of known, recognizing the numbers, handwriting the numbers, and things like that, I feel like the kindergarten level isn't something I technically feel like I need a formal curriculum for. Again, if we're already doing handwriting practices and we add in the numbers, we already know our number recognition by doing our flashcards, we're already actively practicing math in our everyday living and daily activities, especially in the little kindergarten years. For me right now, I'm not thinking of it as a necessity to purchase. However, I did look this morning into the Good and the Beautiful, the new kindergarten math curriculum. Absolutely gorgeous. It is beautiful curriculum. However, again, I think I'm really struggling justifying spending that $35 to $55 for something that, again, is something that can be learned outside of a formal curriculum and honestly can be really fun outside of a formal curriculum as well. But again, don't quote me on that. It's not something that is an absolute. It's just something where my mind is at right now, where on the little years, especially kindergarten level, there's so many math things that we can do on a day-to-day basis that does not require that formal sit-down curriculum. However, if my daughter is at the place where maybe she wants to do it because she wants the extra activities and games that includes, then for sure I will probably look into doing that this fall. But right now, we're probably not going to be doing a formal curriculum. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. And as I mentioned before, I will have the playlist linked down below of other mamas sharing their top curriculum picks as well. But until my next video, you guys have a great one and God bless. Bye.